The first question that I hear, many women, non-Muslim women and even some Muslim women, they pose against the hijab, is they say, fine, we accept that men have this strong desire and they're very sensitive and whatever. But why is it that we are placing the burden on the woman? Why is it that instead of asking the woman to cover up, let me ask the man to suppress his desires? So why am I placing all the burden on the woman? Just because the man is crazy and his desire is strong, the woman has to pay the price and she has to cover up? Many women, you hear this, even Muslim women. Why do I have to pay the price? Let the man not look. Let the man suppress his desires. Let him learn to discipline himself. And they pose this question. So what's the answer? 2 points, brothers and sisters. Number one, I tell those women, you're completely right. Yes, the man also has a wajib. The man also has an obligation. No way does Islam say the man has complete right to look, but the poor woman has to cover herself up. No, that's why Islam comes and disciplines men too. Islam comes and tells men, do not look when you see an immodest woman. When you see a woman, do not look. Lower your gaze. And that's why when it comes to the topic of hijab, many people ask, is the hijab only to women? We say no. Men also have a hijab. And we said that the hijab is in 2 types. The physical type, this is for the woman. And there is the social hijab. The hijab which is a part of the behavior, a code of conduct. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He begins to speak about the hijab and the code of conduct and the behavior of men in front of women and women in front of men, you see that Allah, He begins with the hijab of men first. Allah begins with the hijab of men. You see in the Holy Quran, what does He say in Surah An-Nur? He says, وَقُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ وَيَحْفَظُوا فُرُوجَهُم. He says, Ya Rasulullah, tell men to lower their gaze. Don't look when you see a woman. وَيَحْفَظُوا فُرُوجَهُم, and guard their private parts. Only after that Allah speaks about the hijab of women. So the hijab of men comes before the hijab of women. They cannot look as soon as I see a lady, oh, it's her fault. No. I cannot look either. It is haram to look. I have to lower my gaze when I see something. Even if that woman is wrong, if she's immodest, my obligation is to look away. So, going back to the question, why is the burden placed on women? It's not. The burden is not placed all on the woman. The man has a responsibility to lower his gaze as well and be modest when he is with women. This is number one. Number two, when these women say, let men suppress their desires, and why should we cover ourselves because there are some sick men that cannot control their desires? Brothers and sisters, I tell those sisters, theoretically, you're 100% right. If we lived in a utopian world where men would listen and they would suppress their desires and they would lower their gaze and they would listen to Allah, I'm with you, there would be no need for hijab. But unfortunately, we do not live in a utopian world. Men do not listen. They won't suppress their desires. They're going to look. They're going to come after you. They're going to chase after you. So thus, since a woman sees that a man will not suppress his desires, and there are many sick, deranged cycles in this world, then it is her obligation to protect herself. Why is it that we take our money to the bank? Why don't I keep it at my house and I tell everyone? Why do I have to be burdened by taking my money and putting it in a safe bank? Why can I ask people to respect that this is my money and don't steal it? Will this work? Will suggesting it means it's going to work? Will people listen? Why do I take my money to the bank? Shouldn't people suppress their desire of stealing? Yes, they should. But suggesting it means it will happen? This is naive. It's not going to happen. This is a crazy world. It's a jungle. Protect yourself if there are evil people. So in the same way I take my treasures to the bank, a woman's beauty is her treasure. And that's why she has to protect it from the evil ones. So the burden, of course, more of the burden will be on the woman because the women have more to lose. It's the women that are being objectified.